Welcome to That's Not Why You Called, episode 35, everybody. How are all of you? How is everybody?
I feel retarded. I was posing way longer than you.
Yeah, but you're probably seen as not moving, because again, I'm going to try to upload this recording file straight away instead of editing it and rendering it again, just to cut down some. You'll get That's Not Why You Called sooner on YouTube. Woo! On demand, but not on iTunes because there's not enough viewership for that. When we get sponsored, we can do iTunes. We can probably, if we can secure some kind of, I would like to secure a sponsorship just to support iTunes.
The problem is, like, I looked into it again like 2 weeks ago or whatever. The problem is we could start right now for like $10 a month and get That's Not What You Called rolling out there. But we couldn't have any back catalog because you're only allowed like so many gigs a month or whatever. So we couldn't get all of our back catalog in there in one go. And I don't even know how that would work about adding it later. And I don't know. I'm sure I could think about it more and find a solution, but that's money.
Smooth just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound, my friend. Smoothie, whatever. Oh, again. I didn't see the eye. Just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got funny. Oh, Smooth. Again. I give him credit for that one. He subscribed under many smoothie laden pseudonyms, and that one's pretty clever. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Thank you for your subscription, and I do admire your LA face with your Oakland booty. I love that sound clip. Because a bunch of my subscriber daisy chain sound clips are from a hockey play-by-play man by the name of Randy Moeller. And he just does complete non sequiturs when the Florida Panthers score a goal. He just starts screaming, and then he'll just say some pop culture reference non sequitur, like "Hey, welcome to Con Air." This is a good one. And it's funny in the sense that it's just kind of like, oh, aha, I get that pop culture reference. It's like an instance of Family Guy every time they score a goal.
That's nice.
Okay, so we could get onto iTunes. That's Not Why You Called episode 35, by the way. Ad-free, brought to you ad-free. Holy shit, this is a streak and a half. What were we, 5? We're on 5 now?
We're at 5 at least, something like that.
That's crazy. The fucking strongest podcast out there on the internet right now.
Yep, haven't missed a week.
In weeks. In a month. In like a month, we have not missed a week of our show. Brought to you ad-free by subscriptions and donations at twitch.tv/lefty643. No ads. That's what we allow. That's what subscriptions and donations allow us to do. So if you want to help out, support the stream, go ahead and do that. Mr. T and Crumpets just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Just like him, just like Mr. T and Crumpets. If you want to subscribe, help out the stream, help out the cause. That's a great way to do so. You can also donate, and you get a similar thing. You also get to type out like a custom message, but it's got to fit in the window though. So yeah,
and billions of emoticons,
billions, literally
with a B, billions with a B,
billions of emoticons. So anyway, that's not why we called. Talking about getting us on iTunes. So no back catalog, $10 a month?
Something like that. Like we could get all of our shows up if we started like right now. We could get it rolling out.
Cosmic Blast just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Woo! Thank you for subscribing. So wait, I thought is that like way down from what it was because for a while it was pretty expensive, wasn't it?
Let me look.
For the bandwidth. Because for those of you that don't know, we've talked about this a few times, but for those of you that don't know, iTunes doesn't host anything. iTunes, to make our podcast available, or what podcasters do, or even what I think... hey, welcome to Con Air! Azura Taco just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Woo! Thank you for subscribing. Hey, and that was the Welcome to Con Air sound drop.
Oh.
Anyway, iTunes doesn't host. They just point to things. So you have to pay for hosting or host it yourself if you have a data center, which I don't know. When Woody buys his own data center, can we get our show hosted there?
We'll get a slot in there. How much do you think just the audio, because we couldn't do video. Just the audio, how much do you think is the show?
Oh, we did a test once, remember? I forget. Shit.
200 megs?
200. Yeah, 200. No, probably closer to 500 for an hour and a half at a reasonable bit rate. That doesn't sound like shit.
Damn, really?
I don't know. We could mess. I could mess around with it and try to get the total file size into an acceptable level. But I was just thinking, because the recording I did yesterday, we're looking at. Or no, those were kilobytes. Shit, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, way under 200 megs.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, then we could do it, because for 1 gig of upload, that's like $18, $20 a month or something. 1 gig of upload per month. So we could like start rolling them out. And I looked about doing it ourselves. Like if I just grab like a virtual server and uploaded all the stuff to there, and that would have a big hard drive on it, so we could theoretically do a back catalog. But the problem is, the traffic is where you get charged at. Like you only get a terabyte of traffic going and coming, whereas on Podbean you get 1 gig a month to upload your shit, but the traffic to and from the downloads of that thing is unlimited. Which is
so we get unlimited traffic. So, by the way, Trehot, thank you for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate it. And Go UK just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Holy shit! There's so many freaking like notifications going on. I don't even know what subtrain we're on. Keep the subtrain rolling. I greatly appreciate it, you guys. Thank you for helping out. Helping out the show. See, this is why we need to be on the Twitch front page.
Exactly. What more do you want?
What more do you want? This is entertaining shit, man. I guess.
We're funny. Think.
Quantum Queef just subscribed. We got funny games.
Like we said, we should be on the front page.
We should totally be on the front page. That's exactly what Twitch wants in their live stream content.
Did Quantum Queef subscribe or donate?
Subscribe.
Really? He didn't pop up in the thing.
Oh, it didn't? It did on
the last person was Augo UK.
Quantum Queef subscribe just for me. Welcome, Quantum Queef, to the Dog Pound. Enjoy all your emoticons. Doot, doot. So, okay, so Podbean, the traffic is unlimited.
Yep.
Huh. All right, and you get a gig?
Yeah, you get a gig a month.
Navy Boy with a $10 donation. Say hi to my brother. He's overseas watching you with all of his Jarhead buddies. Oh, shit, we got Marines watching the show.
Oh.
That's not good. He's overseas watching you with all your Jarhead buddies. His name is Corey. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Stay safe overseas, wherever it is you are. And, yes, stay safe. America.
So what I guess we could do, if we found out how much each episode was, if we started like today, 1 gig, we could start getting the back catalog rolling, and then eventually we would just hit a time period where we could start uploading current stuff, theoretically. If it's under, like if we can get 5 episodes in a month, then just by that virtue, we'd eventually catch up to where we are, right? But if we're equal, we'll never hit it. Like if each episode is 250 megs and we get a gig, because we do 4 episodes a month, right?
Well, I mean, continuing this streak, usually 4 episodes a month is what we do.
So if they're equal, we'll never catch up to where we are currently. But if the number is better, like we can get 5 to 6, it'll be.
Oh no, I think a show is probably still in kilobytes. You don't
really?
Have to, I don't think it would be megs. Maybe it would be. I don't know. We got to do another test, but that'd be totally cool. And you know what? I'd be cool with just now starting here. Everything's on iTunes. Is a back catalog really that important to? I mean, at some point, men's butts drive chiz nuts. Just subscribe.
I am a fan.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. We got fun and games. Woo! Thank you for subscribing.
Brad Pitt has an ass. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock a good man ass. I'll admit when someone's attractive.
That's fine. You're securing your sexuality. That's cool. But I mean, if it ever gets to a point, we could start now hosting things, and if it gets to a point, well, hold on. My question is though, what happens to the things that we upload? Let's say we upload this show, right? And we upload all the shows for a month. Those shows are still hosted and still go towards our gig of data, right?
It's per month. We get a gig per month.
Well, right, but so
there's no max total storage space. It's unlimited.
Oh, there's no max total. So you get to upload up to a gigabyte a month, and then that refreshes the gigabyte that you upload in the previous month is still hosted, but you get a fresh gig.
Right. So we have unlimited traffic and unlimited total storage after the monthly allotment. So we don't have to like clear everything out. So I'm putting it out there, by episode 40, because it's nice to hit, we're already at 35, so there's that milestone, and it's nice to go by tens. By episode 40, we'll figure out getting this on iTunes, whether we have it so we can roll a back catalog, or we just start uploading. We'll have to do the math.
Right, but at some point, I mean, if the show gets big enough, we can just we can upgrade services and then just start uploading back catalog stuff.
Right.
Because I mean, we have 34 episodes to upload as a catalog. And so it's like, all right, well, it's not. I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Right.
So, so okay, well, I like this. Cool. So That's Not Why You Called probably coming to iTunes sometime soon. Be sure to subscribe, $4.99. Keep the sub train rolling. If you want to donate to help supplement, lots of things now. Lots of expenses coming around. Go ahead and do that below the video player. There's donations to help us supplement the hosting costs of That's Not Why You Called monthly, so all of you can take us in your pockets on your respective MP3 players for iTunes. Although, where the hell would we be? What about Android though, dog? What about them?
Well, you can listen from Podbean itself, which I'm sure they have an Android app. What's the equivalent? Google Play? Is that there? See, Google Play, I know you can buy stuff through there, but is that also the player for media distribution?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know. We'd have to...
You guys would have to tell me.
Yeah, there's probably somebody out there that has the knowledge that can...
Katie, on tablet, go, stat.
Yeah, Katie, that's why you got the tablet. Let's figure out this hosting thing, iTunes, get it rolling, and... Because I could probably... $10? How much a month? 10?
Yeah, 10. Split up between
I can swing that, no problem.
Boom.
Assuming you guys keep subscribing, $4.99, and donating, though, because that's still got to happen.
If you don't, well, we'll upload 3 episodes and cancel
number one on iTunes. And then if I get my own tablet, then we can have a soundboard, right? And then we'll be like a real podcast.
Not that we're not already a real podcast, Twitch. If you're listening, there's 510 people in here.
500 live. That's just
for a podcast.
Is that good?
No gameplay.
No gameplay. Just
us.
Just 2 schmucks.
Yep.
And possibly a third one coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, bring him on. That'd be cool. I'm always down. Because I didn't want to say it on the pre-stream. Or I wanted to say it on the pre-stream, not here. But Hutch hasn't talked to either of us. We put it out there so much. So I'm just...
Yeah, the Hutch door has probably closed. And that's fine. All right, no problem.
That's fine.
No big deal. Fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson didn't respond either. God damn it.
What are you doing that's so important?
Really? I saw him tweet. I think he was like in Amsterdam or something. He was overseas.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But
still
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Google Hangouts is international, all right?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
We get internet everywhere. We can get into space. He loves space. We can talk about that.
And astrophysics and in the...
Pretty sure he was the biggest person we've ever tried to get to. He has 1.5 million followers, and he's
kind of a big deal. Kind of got a big show going on right now. The Cosmos is so cool. You should totally watch it. Buy it on Amazon. Go if you have the one-click buying thing set up. It's really easy. You can buy the season now, and then whenever they add another episode, you just one-click and you got it. It's good to go. It's so cool to watch. It's great to watch ad-free on Amazon Instant Video. By the way, it's for sale there, and I think it might be on Hulu too because it's a Fox thing. So
really,
yeah.
Okay then. I'll watch it through Hulu then.
But it's really cool. Like they're really starting to get into it. The most recent episode talking about light and the visible light spectrum, and then they started getting into if you magnify and look at a projected visible light spectrum from say the sun, you start seeing black lines in the projected visible spectrum. What is that? What are those? And they were trying to figure it out, and they start talking about that's how you figure out what is in the atmosphere of a star and a planet is you look at the light created or the light shown from it, and then you use like a prism or for other things in the non-visible spectrum, and then you project the light. You look at the spectrum, and then you look at lines at certain energy levels, and if there are black lines there, those represent absorption, I believe, from different different substances, different atoms. And so that's how you can tell, like, from a planet that's millions upon millions of light years away. Well, you just look at the light. That's how you can tell, like, what it's partially made of. It's like, oh my God, it's so cool. And then they started talking about quantum leaps, and it's just like, yeah, electron just kind of ceases existing, but then instantaneously appears at a different orbit. And if it goes up, it emits a light wave, and if it goes down, we don't fucking know what happens. It's so cool. And it's really a great show to watch and get a feel for just how cool all this stuff is. It's like, yeah, there's that whole planet out there, the distant galaxies, and we can look at them and look at the planets of those galaxies and solar systems and figure out like what they're comprised of. It's, oh my God, it's so cool. Neil deGrasse Tyson was a perfect choice for that. I love Bill Nye, but I don't think Bill Nye could have pulled that. Could pull off.
It's still
Cosmos.
It still freaks me out a little. Not freaks out, but it always fucks with me that the way our eyes work, we're just seeing light bouncing off of everything, and that's how we see stuff. That always fucks with me.
Right.
I don't know why. Just certain things fuck with me and make me think too much. Like, I love thinking about that stuff, but then it's like the only way your eyes work right now is light is bouncing off, and that's how you see shit. I'm like, I don't want to think about it too much. I'm gonna start breathing hard.
Well, yeah, it makes you question, like, what really is, because we see color, but color itself is only our interpretation of reflected light. So if we were somehow to be in an existence where we didn't rely on our own internal interpretation of light, what would things be or look like? It's trippy, man. But it's but the fact that we can even see and discuss and have these kinds of conversations is I think really, really cool, just in terms of humanity. What is it Joe Rogan says? We live in a fucking sci-fi movie.
Yeah,
and that's so it's beautiful in how just how descriptive it actually is of all the things, and the cosmos is a great way to get started. So if you've got if you haven't cut cables yet and you've got Fox, watch it every Sunday, and if you want to watch it ad free, it's on Amazon Instant Video for I think $280 something for every HD episode.
Too much heavy thinking. I'm freaking out right now.
It's cool, man.
It's not cool.
It's fucking cool.
I don't know that that's really blue.
But it is blue because the only interpretation is yours, the one that matters.
But my interpretation could be wrong. It only matters to me, but to the outside world, like your shirt and your latest vlog, it looked purple, and that was because the light reflecting off it was being fucked up. It was actually blue. And I wish it was purple because you would have been like a suave gangster, like a pimp. Like purple.
Well, it was actually purple.
All purple with a cigar.
Oh, all purple. Yeah,
right
I'll get a suit like that. I'll be like Jack Nicholson's Joker when I do vlogs.
Purple suede. So why aren't you at PAX?
Why am I not at PAX? Because fucking plane tickets are expensive, man.
Is that the only thing stopping you?
That's one of them, yeah. Also, I'm not good at like waiting for huge
lines.
No, not lines. Like when PAX tickets go on sale.
And
it's like they sell out in how long? Minutes?
No, they were pretty good this time. They sold out in a couple of days, the 3-day ones.
Oh, yeah. There were days? Oh, well, I'm not good at stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got them. Because I didn't know what I was going to do.
So why aren't you going?
I don't care for the event. One, the Boston Convention Center is significantly smaller than the one in Seattle where they hold PAX Prime. Like, I can see from end to end of the convention center. I've always mainly gone for the people, and there's nobody really I want to hang out with, in all honesty, that is going. That sounds mean. There's no one that I want to hang out with that is going, I should say. That still sounds mean.
That's still mean. You just said the same
I said
thing
the same thing again. I'm fucking up.
You know, if Gom was watching this in his hotel room right now, he would probably be pretty
I want to see Gom, but he's not enough for me to fly.
You're
to
not
pay
enough,
for flight,
Gom.
To pay for flight and hotel. Like, I don't know what his. I'm sure he's rooming with someone, but I don't have anyone to room with anyway. And like a lot of the people I used to go to those things with, I barely talk to anymore because I just don't hang in those circles, and I don't do YouTube anymore. So it's like, you know, like no one from PKA is going, no one from That's Not What You Called is going, you know, and it's like, why
basically me or nobody else.
It's you or nobody. But I mean, no, those are the only people I really talk to and hang out with now, with the exception of Gom. I talk to Gom, but he's going and hanging out with his friends, and there's certain people there that I either don't know or don't really care to hang out with. So, and the games there are usually things. I think I've played maybe 1 or 2 games out of every PAX convention I've been to.
Oh, just the lines are that extraordinary.
The lines are really long, and it's like the things I want to play are just there to show off video footage. And the things that you can play, I don't want to wait in the 2-hour line for.
You don't want to wait 2 hours to play Hawken? Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
And you don't want to wait to see like pre-rendered footage of Watch Dogs.
You're like, what is? I haven't heard anything big coming out. Like, the only reason I'd go nowadays that I didn't back then would be to go see panels, but I can watch those on Twitch now from the comfort of my house and without going $1,200 in the hole after expenses.
Right.
You know. I don't know anything that they're gonna have hands-on demos for there that aren't going to be out in like a month or 2 months, whatever.
God, if they had a hands-on demo for The Division, I'd be there. I would fucking be there.
But that's the thing. Like, they never have. Call of Duty is never there during PAX. Even PAX Prime, and that's in August, which is really close to the release date. They don't have any hands-on for that. E3, they'll usually give you a campaign or a co-op, whatever the co-op is for that generation. Some hands-on, not zombies. They'll never do that. But it's like most people, they all admit it after a while. Nobody goes for the games themselves. They go to hang out with people there. And I'm with Woody with the mentality, if we want to all hang out, I'll go to Chicago or something. Or, you know, we'll do something that is fun. Us walking around Boston and then going to a diner or whatever. Cool, but not worth the money or the experience. I'm not there for PAX East.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would feel a little bit awkward going there for the express purpose of making like friends, like traveling to try to make friends, because I know Gom kinda. I know Chris, I Am the Dank, who's going to be there. I mean, I've talked to them, which is when I say I know them, but I don't really know anybody else. I mean, well, I think is Hutch there?
Hutch will be there probably. I don't know actually. I don't think so.
Like I don't really know anybody else, and it would be kind of awkward to not have any kind of basis for any kind of friendship, and then just showing up and trying to meet people. It'd just be kind of weird. So, but also, and money's a thing, man. If money wasn't a bigger issue, you know, if money was less of an issue, right? Like if you know if I was getting 50 Subtrain nights, no problem. Every time you know the show went live or stream and we had sponsors and shit like that, then yeah, I mean I'd go just to be like, hey, I'm here making videos. Go cruise around.
Would it be worth it? Because then it comes down to that. Because I know people get offers to do things all the time, but it's just not worth their time. It's like, I can go to this thing for this amount of money, or I can stay home and do my streaming, which does earn me money. Like, you know, are you going to make a bunch of money off and this sounds bad, but guess what? This is our jobs. Would you make a bunch of money off the vlogs you made at PAX, or would you be better off streaming and getting subs during that weekend when none of the competition, quote unquote competition, is there that weekend? Like, I remember when I was doing it big in December of 2011, I think, everyone went to Machinima's award ceremony in December. I forget.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, they all went there, and I had an invite, but I just didn't make any arrangements. And no one was there streaming. It was just me. I hit it big. I was doing good. But yeah, and the awkward thing. I mean, how I got thrown into meeting people was we roomed in the same place, like 7 people split one hotel room, which not that fun, but that's how you kind of force yourself into meeting somebody. Like that's where I met T-Mart and all those people.
Oh yeah. Plus, I'd have to have my own hotel room.
Yeah, I would nowadays. Just it's fun having your own hotel room. I got one time and it was awesome.
Right, because you just go there and you're alone. You can
sleep,
watch TV, maybe get a little on some of the home movies that they got on the television in that room. So, maybe Pat. What's the Western one? Is that Prime?
Yeah, that's in August/September.
Okay.
They did a 4-day PAX Prime last year. I don't know if they'll do that again. Maybe I would, and that's like the exception of one I would go to.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't go to E3. I've been twice and haven't actually stepped into the convention 2 years in a row. Actually, no, 1 year in a row. Last year I got a ticket, but plans got canceled. I didn't get to go. But PAX Prime, I'd probably go if you went because Seattle's an awesome city. Like, I love Seattle. Except that every fucking coffee shop closes at like 10 p.m. That's unacceptable. There's a great Italian.
If you're rolling with me, you're not looking for coffee at 10 p.m.
I couldn't go. And this is a weird thing too. I'm 21 now, and I haven't been to a convention in like a year and a half, maybe 2 at this point, and it was sucked so bad because I can't go to any party, I can't go to any bar, and now I can, and I just don't go to those things.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, I'm 21
Yeah, I saw a lot of people tweeting about PAX East, and they're like, "Oh, are you ready? Like, we're gonna start getting like it was. I was waiting for you, to finish up what you were doing so that we could start the pre-show, and so that was like what 6:20 my time, whatever, and so 7:20 Eastern, and I saw people tweeting pictures on Twitter. No, they're tweeting pictures on Facebook, and it's like them with like a half-empty bottle of Jaeger. I'm like. Fucking, what are you doing, bro? Because I can put away booze. I'm sure there are other people that can put away a little bit of booze, but other people, like some of the people I've seen in these pictures that I kind of have an idea about, probably can't handle liquor all that well. And there's a half-empty bottle of Jaeger at 7:30. What are you're gonna be like drunk, throwing up in the hallway at 10 o'clock, man? What are you doing now? Gassy Mexican, Eat My Diction, those guys, they go out and they just get shitty at clubs. And I don't want to go to clubs, man. I was in college. I went to clubs. The music's really loud, and it's not very good, and the drinks are watered down and expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to buy my own, buy a case of beer. And plus, if I go hang out with people, it's like, oh, let's go get this IPA. I'm like, man, I want Miller Lite, dog.
I want an IPA. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite is the shit, all right?
If you're getting an IPA somewhere, I'm sure they have Miller Lite.
Or whatever. Like, oh, do you have this? Do you have this, like, special thing? I don't know. I found this one German beer at a local German restaurant, and I want it badly. I want to buy a kegerator and get a keg of it and just have it constantly because it's like Miller. It tasted like Miller Lite, but it was like if Miller Lite had the Supreme Premium Platinum Edition, like Johnny Walker has. It's red, green, blue, black, right?
Right.
So it's like the difference between Johnny Red and Johnny Blue or Johnny Black or whatever the highest Johnny Walker
Black is the highest.
Yeah, so it would be like if Miller Lite had a black platinum edition. That's what this beer was. It was like, and it was relatively cheap. It was like $6.50 for a 16 ounce. And I was like, oh man, this is amazing. Let's see if I can find it. And my German is awful. I have a picture of it.
I have a picture. I want one of these.
Well, no. I have a picture of the menu, as bad as that is, so I can remember, man. So that I can remember. All right. So,
but how do you know which one it's gonna be if you got the whole menu?
No. It's the I centered it perfectly, so I would always remember. It's a Hackerschor Hubertus Bach.
Right, one of those.
Oh no, 20 ounces for $6. It's 6.8% alcohol by volume.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's a Munich brewed Hellerbach. It's amazing. Like that's as snobby as I'll get with beer. That's how I judge it. Like, does it taste like something I would normally drink? Yes. All right.
It's like a good Miller Lite.
And I taste it. I'm like, holy shit, this is a good Miller Lite, man. It's amazing.
What in the hell are you doing?
Taxman DM with a $5 donation. PKA Daisy live stream would be amazing. Thank you for the $5 donation. PKA Daisy live stream? I don't know. Those guys don't
That'll
really play.
never happen.
Yeah, Kyle needs to hook up his goddamn computer, man. He verbally committed on PKA. Verbally committed. Everybody tweet at the FPS show to make sure and remind that account, because I know Kyle knows somebody who has access to that account, and he would probably get word from that person reminding him to hook up his computer. So at the FPS show, and remind that person to tell Kyle to hook up his computer so that.
But that wouldn't happen anyway. Not Daisy.
Nah, Daisy is rough, man.
Wings doesn't even want to play it.
I don't think Wings wants to play anything. Wings hates Call of Duty, but Wings will pretty much only play Call of Duty and Fallout and Dragon Age. That's like it.
I would want to do Civ 5. We should play Civ 5.
Civ 5 would be cool. Yeah. I need to train.
I've never played a Civ game, but I've played Faction or Risk, so kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty strategic. Not a lot of tactics, but it's more strategic. You got to take the long view on a lot of stuff. Daisy changed a lot, man. They took out all the Electro spawns,
which is fucking dumb.
Yeah, I totally disagreed with it. You know, because if there's anything that PKA plays would be awesome about, it would be PvPing. Like, it would be us going into Electro and trying to PvP, and then us just running into Electro and trying to get geared and PvP deathmatch. But
I just like watching. I would want someone to die like Kyle and watch him flip out. Because I watched you. You had like 400 people when you were streaming, and I think you were going somewhere, and I just heard bang, and then you died, and you're like, that's it, I'm done. Great stream, everybody. Bye. And then signed out. I'm like, oh.
It ends quickly. That's what I love about deathmatch, and people get upset about it. Like there are some DayZ like Puritans that are like, no, you got to run into the woods and try to survive. It's a survival game. I'm like, or it's a zombie game too. I'm like, fuck that, man. I want to go into Electro and try to get gear and then shoot people who are also armed, because I like the progression of nothing to trying to get things, and there's a little bit of progression. Sometimes you get lucky and you find a bunch of stuff, but there's a progression from nothing to something, and then you've got it and you're trying to hold on to it, and it's a very steep learning curve on a very steep cliff. If you fall off that cliff, you lose everything, got to start over. I like that. And so I played it, and people like, we'll play Wasteland. And I said, well, it's way too easy to get geared there. Here, it's like, when I get geared, I feel accomplished. Like when I'm able to sneak up on a guy and knock him out and grab all his stuff, or there's one where I had a hoe, and there was a guy who wasn't paying attention. I just came up and just started chopping the shit him. Yeah, beat him to death with my hoe, and I got all his stuff. Even though that seemed as though it was like a quick interaction, I was like, oh my god, this is so exciting. And I'm like, I cannot lose these things. And then I lost him and died. But it was a fun run. And DayZ, the developers and these Puritans are like trying to forcibly take that away from people. And I have no idea why. It's just, let people, especially paying customers, this is
play the game they want to play.
Let them play it, man. There's a reason. Like, if you don't want PvP and you don't want people to exclusively PvP, then turn off player versus player damage.
Turn it off in your servers. Let somebody else have another server where they can do whatever they want. Don't take it out of the game.
Yeah, there are no more Electro spawns, which was a densely packed urban area, and you could. There were good loot spawns. There was a good mix of all kinds of loot spawns. There were guns. There was food and stuff, and medical supplies. So you had everything that you would want in an enclosed area for deathmatching or PvPing, whatever. Because when I say deathmatching, people think I mean a different game mode. I'm like, no. I just mean when I go to Electro, I'm not trying to survive in Electro. I'm trying to fucking kill people and not get killed. So that's what I call deathmatching. And it's a great place to do it. And there were spawns around the area that people would actively try for. Like, if your character spawned in a far-off place, you would kill that character, just run off a cliff or something, and try to get an Electro spawn so you could get back into the fight. But they removed all the spawns, and it's just, what are you doing? I mean, yeah, it's your game. Yes, it's your game, Rocket, or the other Hicks, whoever that guy is. But, I mean, it's my game too, right? Like, because isn't it on some level my game too? Not only from the fact that I bought the fucking thing, but also there was a whole help us make this game, help us this, help us that, let's create it, be involved in the development process. Well, I want a deathmatch, I want a PvP in your shit, and now you're just, it's been completely just a time after time with regards to player versus player, it's been completely passive aggressive and like trying to force people to not PvP, and it's just like, well, what the fuck?
Right.
That's what I love doing with Wings when in the mod. Like when you got geared, I didn't want to go like run around, run inland. Let's go to the Northwest Airfield. Well, fuck that. Why? There's a lot of people in Electro and Cherno now. Let's go try to.
Well, if you take it out, it's boring. You know, it's like, all right, just survive against the zombies. Okay, I'm standing in this building where there's none around me. Am I winning the game right now when you don't add people? Because really, the game has nothing else to it. Survive. Okay, I lived a day, I lived two. I'm not getting anything out of just keeping my character here and drinking and eating. You know, it's boring.
Nuclear Fallout, who's a mod in my chat, said, also a subscriber, by the way, if you want to be part of the subscriber-only chat while we are doing this live show, subscribe, $4.99. It's a great way to help out the stream. Support the ad-free format if you like what you see, and you want to help me out. Go ahead and do that. It's $4.99. That way Twitch gets their cut, and it's a great way to help us out. And we're trying to go. If you want to donate as well, you can do that. We're gonna try to get this sumbitch on some iTunes, and so we gotta get the hosting costs covered. So scroll down below the video player, click on donate if that's your bag. I would greatly appreciate it. But subscribe, $4.99, get some cool stuff. He says, like I said, Lefty, it's going around that they want to increase east spawns to test that area for new stuff coming. Also, loot spawns everywhere now in every house, so no shortage of equipment. Okay, all right. Well, I will withhold further judgment until I spend some more time in game. It's just.
But couldn't you still add the more loot spawns at all the other locations without removing the ones in the city?
Yes, but I think what Nuclear is trying to get at is they want to try to coerce people to spend a lot of time in a certain area and watch how they play to see if anything needs to be changed. I'm guessing from a layout standpoint or something, or loot standpoint, which, okay, I can understand that. So... all right, as long as if it's not permanent, okay. But the gist I got from the developers' tweets was, this is like, no more. We don't like you being an Electro, and so we're going to try to stop you being an Electro. So I don't know. Maybe well, they're just trying to load test different areas for balance and stuff. Maybe it's a cop out. Maybe it's real. I don't know. Gotta see. But I don't know.
Yeah.
The mod was it was really intense. The PvPing, and Arma or the standalone can really very easily create that because it's much better looking than the mod ever was, and the combat has been it's definitely tightened up a bit as much as you can in what is essentially the Arma engine, but I don't know, man, it seems like they're not, and as far as PKA plays goes. You know, it's a game they would have to spend a lot of time with before we even record.
Right.
Because my first hands-on thing with the DayZ standalone video, it wasn't me just like, oh, hey, this is DayZ. I've never played this game before. I don't know what I'm doing. Because I actually kind of knew what I was doing, and having played the mod so much. And I don't know if DayZ is the kind of game where somebody not knowing at all what they were doing would be entertaining to watch. So they'd have to, one, spend a lot of time with it, and then after that we would record. So, I don't know. And Wings is kind of in a bad spot nowadays, and it's just, do we want to talk about that?
He hasn't worked out in 2 months.
Is that what he said? He said that in a video.
That. Yeah, he said he hasn't worked out in 2 months, and that in the past month he's gained 9 pounds.
That's not too bad. 9 pounds in a month. You know, it's not. It doesn't.
And has slipped up on his diet as well. It's not working out. He said.
Yeah, well, I mean, the two go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm at a point now working out where I haven't had an off day since like Tuesday or Wednesday of last week working out, because I just feel weird if I don't work out. I feel, even if I feel odd taking a shower, not being completely sweaty and like gasping for air because I had just worked out, and I feel dirty in a sense. I don't know. I'm kind of weird, I guess.
You are.
Brazilian Luke just subscribed. Welcome, Brazilian Luke just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound, my friend. We got fun and games. But you know, when you don't work out, it's a lot easier to be like, you know what? Well, I'm not working out anyway. I'll get back to working out, and I'll work out extra hard if I you know, cheat on my diet a little bit. But that was to be expected, you know. I mean,
right.
And I think that's just him trying to be honest with people. And are people like giving him crap for it?
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? You know, 2 months, get back into shape. People are rough on the RPK subreddit, which, by the way, put your "That's Not What You Call the Host" submission.
Yeah, that's right. We are we're doing auditioning for a third host to add to the crew. We're going to try out in the coming weeks, probably. Chris, I am the Dank. We've been talking. It's nothing's concrete yet. We don't know, but I think he'd be a cool guy to add to the fold. But you know, if you think you've got a chance, you've got a lot to offer, go ahead and record and upload your own
fill it up.
Your own tryout video and upload it to YouTube. But then the only place we're accepting submissions, is r/PKA. So if you go to reddit.com/r/PKA, that is the only place that your submission videos will be seen. So if you
tweet it to us, I'll block you.
Yep.
I will block you.
You know I'm not afraid to block people. I'll block you for that.
Put it on RPKA. I'm there quite often. That's how I know Wings is catching shit. So
reddit.com/r/PKA. Record your audition video. It could
big,
just
bold titles. That's Not Why You Called is awesome. My submission.
All caps, all the time. Yeah, go ahead and
don't worry about the mod. They're not going to delete anything. It's good.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Downvote anything that isn't submission videos. You know how it works.
Yeah, downvote everything else to make sure your submission videos get seen.
Yeah, there you go.
If there's other good content on there not relating to that.
Fuck that. Fuck discussions.
It's gonna fuck your shit up.
Discourse, all that stuff. Get it out of there. You don't need it. You don't want it. You want submission videos on reddit.com/r/PKA.
We'll watch every single one as long as it's on there.
It's got to be on r/PKA, not on Twitter. Not accepting links via DMs or private messages or anything like that. Got to be on r/PKA. That's where you gotta go.
go there. If I don't see anything by Saturday with shit,
I'll end the show. I'll end the goddamn show.
Dead.
We'll be done. Oh, talking about iTunes and all that stuff. Nuh-uh. Not happening. If there's not a lot of submissions to r/PKA.
Pull the cord.
A lot of auditions.
Not, show that you care.
Show that you care. Show that you support. Everybody that's supporting the show by subscribing for $4.99, supporting the ad-free format right now on Twitch, and donating. All the people, I thank you, all of them that are going to hopefully show their support throughout the course of this show. Yeah, all for naught if you don't create audition tapes and submit them to r/PKA.
And maybe you'll get brownie points if you don't even make a submission video, but just make a thread saying that's not what you call this awesome. Or that's not what you call it. It's fantabulous.
But each response to that thread needs to be its own thread.
Yes.
I think. So
if you agree, say, I agree with that's not why you call this awesome. Make your own entry.
And then I agree with agreeing that that's not why you called is awesome and all that stuff. So.
You know what to do. It's out there.
Yeah.
Don't disappoint. You'll kill the show.
Don't kill the show and take everybody's eyes off of people being shitty to Wings, because Wings is a fragile person. Delicate, just like everybody is to a certain extent, and you know, again, like I said in the pre-show, if you're one of those people, don't do that. Like, if you want to help Wings, being negative to Wings and his negative meter is huge relatively compared to what's normal, right? And we all know that, but he's going to take it as completely negative, and anything you say that's even remotely negative, and that's just not going to help. So screaming at him, cursing at him, anything that he perceives as screaming and cursing at him is just not going to help. You know, saying, fucking Wings, what the fuck is wrong with you, isn't going to help. So, should take it easy on all that. No, it all goes to reddit.com/r/PKA.
We might have our own subreddit, but we don't use that anymore. Maybe we will one day. But you know how you get that thing growing again? You go to r/PKA, clusterfuck that thing up. Yeah. There's a lot of active people there. And then we'll migrate back to That's Not Why You Called subreddit. All right? Just order of operations, people.
Give us ideas of what you want to see in audition tapes. Okay, so here we go. I want mic quality. Mic quality is paramount.
That's a must.
Voice quality, of course. Ability to do handoffs, transitions, reads. You know, this segment brought to you by blah, blah, blah. all that kind of stuff. We are getting ready. Or now you can check us out on iTunes. Go to however addressing.
Be good at
iTunes
pimping
works.
shit.
Yeah, be good at pimping shit. Getting ready to tweet bomb people, I think is a must have.
You got to be cool with tweet bombing people. If you're not, you got some kind of moral, bar. It's like the show for you. We don't give a fuck who you are. We'll tweet bomb you until you respond or just ignore us.
Yeah, or just ignore us, like pretty much everybody. No, we got a response from Monster. Remember? We got a response from Monster Gaming.
We did. Our first ever tweet bomb was to Monster Gaming. They responded and said they would take a look at us.
Yep. Davo with a $10 donation. I watch most of your videos on mobile, so here it is. Oh my goodness. A lot of people write stuff, and I just have not increased I watch most of your videos on mobile, so here is some of your cut that YouTube keeps to themselves. Cheers from Down Under. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Great way to help out the stream, help keep us ad-free. You see, just that kind of stuff, transitioning from reading something to reminding people that the show is ad-free and that they could subscribe $4.99 or donate to help out the cause, help hosting costs for That's Not Why You Called on iTunes. And it's stuff you got to do. Got to be able to do.
And let's keep going. Camera to 5 now.
Camera.
You have to have a camera.
Got to have a camera.
Handsome. Look at this.
Yeah, gotta be, but not too handsome. Not too handsome.
No, if you are just detracting from the two main hosts.
Yeah, no. Brad Pitt would not be allowed on the show.
No,
we would.
Yes, for a 10-minute slot. That's it.
And he would have to be wearing some awful-looking prosthetics on his face,
plugging shit and pimping us out on his Twitter. If you are more handsome than us combined, you better have more Twitter followers and be giving us something in return for your handsomeness that's attracting.
Why do you think we want Hutchback so badly? Because I'm a good-looking man. I'm gonna say it. Chiz, you're not bad yourself. Hutch got a little bit of a grizzly thing going on. Yeah, which is cool.
Hutch has hair everywhere. He's very thin. And
Hutch doesn't have to worry about looking good because he's got his wife, whom he loves very much.
He's done.
He's done in the game, so he doesn't have to worry about presenting himself. So yeah, that's why.
So all of those things, and if you can do tricks, you can juggle. That'd be nice. Like if we had a segment, like throw it over to Billy's juggling corner, and he'd do an ad read while juggling.
Okay, yeah.
If you can make really good deep dish pizza, that helps.
Yes. If you can wrangle in advertisers.
That's a major one. Yep.
You can be like our agent, but I'm not going to pay you like an agent. So
no, but you'll be a host.
You'll be a host, so you'll get a cut anyway.
You get a cut anyway, so it benefits you to be good at that.
Yeah, basically. Or if a family member is the head of a major corporation with a lot of disposable income as far as advertising goes, and they can afford to spend $5,000 a month to sponsor the best damn podcast on the damn internet,
podcast ever.
Yeah, right. So. There we go, baby.
If you have a twirly handlebar mustache, that'll give you some points. A real one, like I want full, thick, twirl, muscle man type mustache.
You need to be twirling wax into that sumbitch.
And if you have one, you're going to have to do one every 10 minutes. Just like that.
So that's what we need. That's what we need from you,
don't wear skinny jeans.
Prospective hosts. Even though we're probably never going to see you in the skinny jeans. Just, it's not cool. Not cool anymore.
No.
Especially if you're a dude.
You're really hurting our image.
Oh yeah, what about like gender? Or can girls apply?
Girls can apply.
I don't know, man.
But you really gotta step your egg. The last girl we had on here had her shit together, but couldn't operate a board and sound effects too much. Not throwing anybody under the bus, but she was good.
Except that person.
Except that person, and they were pretty goddamn good at the Source Corner. Not to say we'll never do the Source Corner again.
And they're the best person in the world, and I love them very much. That person.
Yeah.
But you got to bring your A game. You got to be, if you're going to be a girl submitting, you got to be better than that. But still,
better than all the guys.
But not collectively or cumulatively hotter than we are handsome.
Yep.
Can't have that.
But you can't also look like a horse.
No, so
you'll scare people away.
So not Sarah Jessica Parker.
God no.
But not Michelle Janicki. Somewhere in the between. Yeah. We gotta come to a common ground here.
Just to be average, below average. That much off the skew.
Katie is so pissed in the chat. Oh God, I'm in trouble.
And you can't live in the state of Illinois. There you go. There's the prerequisite for female submitter. You can't be in the state of Illinois.
Yeah. Katie would have it if you couldn't be on the planet Earth, but it's a little bit. You got to be in the International Space Station or something.
Coming in from the ISS.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be awful. 8-bit camera quality. Actually, I think it'd be pretty good.
They got pretty good camera quality up there now, don't they?
Some pretty good internet speeds over there.
I wonder what they'd get on speed test.
What server would they be hitting?
I don't know, man.
We're flying over Houston right now, so you got to think about that. They're traveling at like what, 26,000 miles. I just heard the door open.
Yeah, I'm lucky, I suppose, that it's not holding a pistol. Now you guys know why I don't want to own a gun.
The thesaurus. Wait, the thesaurus.
What's that, sweetie?
I don't appreciate the humor.
Oh, I am.
But doesn't she appreciate
the humor? Not at all. It was Chiz. I am.
Many compliments were given from both parties right here. That the previous female host was awesome. It's only a matter of time before physical violence was thrown in.
So r/PKA, make your submissions now if you want to be you want to audition to be the third wheel.
Yep.
But this train needs 3 wheels. Keep that in mind. So normally third wheel is like a bad thing. You don't want to be the third wheel. This time you do.
You do. We're a fucking tripod. Not right now.
With wheels on it, motherfuckers. A wheeled tripod. Mobile up in this bitch.
How do you hold a camera up with only 2 legs? You want to know how? You fucking don't. Because you need a goddamn tripod.
Nope, because you're planar. You're planar when you got 2. That's it. You're just in planes. That's not good. That's not good for supporting weight. Not unless they're sunk into the ground. But even then,
we ain't doing that.
No, we're not sinking into the ground. We want to be mobile.
3 is stronger than 2. That's why a house has 4 walls, not a teepee. More is better. To an extent, we're not going to 4 for those interpreting that wrong. 3.
Yes, we're stopping at 3.
3. That's strong enough.
That's just enough. It's,
when we've gone through 2 years and we need a lefty to throw in, well, first we'll have to go through a drunk, somewhat lefty for a couple of months, and then we'll get the lefty. Get the joke and make. I'm not dropping any names here.
Wait, what?
There was a pseudo lefty before lefty was added to PKA.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember. Yeah.
Go spam reddit.com.
Reddit.com/r/PKA. Show us your audition tapes. So, Chiz, what's been going on with work, buddy? Minecraft Mojang is cramping your style, salting your game.
Throwing salt in my game, Mojang, once again, giving no fucks to the people that are basically selling their game. Because guess what? No one's paying to play fucking single player. Maybe a 5-year-old is.
So what happened? Did Mojang push out an update to servers that's just fucking with shit? And
so there's one update, a big one, 1.8. It's coming out in a couple months. It changes all usernames to unique user identification, which is a long string of numbers and stuff. So, and that's a problem because every plugin, which is like a program that the servers use usernames. And the reason they went to UUID is so people can change their username. So all of that has to be changed. And that's being somewhat implemented. For some reason now, and I can't get into can't talk the nerdy specifics, but something to do with the skin, which you have a Metal Gear Solid one. I know. You had Snake.
Yeah, it's Solid Snake.
Part of that is now being cached onto the server owner servers themselves, and something between there is making it so currently right now, if you want your server to have no one's skins are working, and we just rolled out a fix that now, and people couldn't connect. People could not connect to the server. They have to downgrade their version. It was just updated yesterday. A bunch of nerdy shit. Basically, they rolled out something that fucks every server that uses what every server uses, unless you have a vanilla Minecraft server, which there are no successful vanilla Minecraft servers because you can't force any laws because you can't put any plugins on them.
Oh, okay.
So once again, Mojang just does whatever the fuck they want and gave us the finger.
So there's no like kind of discourse or dialogue between Mojang developers and server owners collectively?
No, they tweet each other back and forth sometimes. Like, they'll be friendly, but at the end of the day, the company really doesn't consult what would be the betterment for the whole entire Minecraft community. They do whatever the hell they want. They don't care. And they're also pushing their own servers, which, unless it's changed, I believe is like between 1 to 20 people, like small things that people can play together on and do their own thing. So there's a big conspiracy if they're saying fuck you to all the other server owners that have servers third party because they're rolling out their own thing. So they really don't care. But the reality is it's like Call of Duty 4 to an extent on PC. Like, the reason that thing is still thriving is because of the third-party servers on there and people doing, like, what's it called? The game mode that's super strict.
Oh,
like,
Pro Mod?
You got Pro Mod on there that's super successful. All of those custom servers, like DayZ again, you know, they have their own things. That's how the game stays alive. If you're fucking saying, fuck you, use our system, and we don't care if the other ones die, why is anyone going to buy your game? They're buying your game to get onto these servers. Like I said, the demographic of people buying it to play single player is far and few between. Even the people that do YouTube videos, they do it on mods or on these servers that are like Woodycraft and stuff. You know, they aren't playing to cut wood with their fist. Fuck you, Mojang.
So, wow, that's pretty messed up, man. Wow.
Not cool. Once again, like DayZ, doing whatever the fuck they want. They don't care.
That's, I thought, is Notch still pulling the strings over there? Oh. He got his money and he's just like, peace out.
I think he's still with Mojang, but I don't know if he relates himself to anything that's going on with Minecraft itself. There's a different group of people that do that. So, yeah, that's where that is. That's what I've been on. I'm thinking about going back to college.
Oh, to what? Did get a degree?
Yeah, CC. Didn't think about it. I don't know. We'll see. It's just every time I start to think about it, I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Then I go, add 4 years. That's when you'll be done. And I'm like, that's so long. You know, I want it now. Just, is there any way I can get this now? This piece of paper that is not means dick, but I need it if I want anything outside of what I'm doing currently. Well, you know, it's also weird to think about. Like right now, if I had done college, I'd be rounding up and done. It's been 4 years since I've graduated.
Right, but if you think about it now, you're learning a lot of I'm assuming you'd go into something for like programming, right?
Yeah.
You'd learn some stuff like, but you're gaining practical knowledge now, which one is useful, and at a certain level, the practical knowledge and the parchment, they don't really, employers don't care, certain employers. Right. But also, you might be able to use your practical knowledge to get credit towards a degree of some kind, and be like, look, show me this, give me the test, and I'll take it to prove to demonstrate my knowledge in this area, and then you can get credits for it.
That's another thing I've never liked about college. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's nothing like high school or whatever. To an extent, it is, though. Like, I wish I could go to, like, back when I took my psychology course, I wish I could have just went, I'm not going to any class. I had it once a week. I'm not going to this anymore. I'll take the final. I'll take all of the tests and the final. And because is that not enough? It proves I know the knowledge if I pass it, right? I don't know why I'm required to sit in every day if I already know it. Like if I already knew everything there was about a particular programming language, so I have to still sit in every day and learn the basics again. Sure, it's helpful, but I got shit to do. Just let me take the final and give me my credits. And that's the bigger thing. Like, I have to still take like all the prerequisite general education stuff. I never finished any of that, so like I have to take basic algebra again and stuff like that. And like, I know that. Why I'll give me the test. I'll take every chapter test in the fucking midterm and final right now. Pass it. Give me my credits.
Well, I think as far, you'd have to pay for the test. I think if you search around, you could probably find a college around you that does something like that, and then you can pay and take those those tests. That would be the equivalent of those courses, get the credit for them, and then take gen eds online or somewhere. I mean, going to school online isn't what it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
A lot of universities are now jumping in big with online courses as a substitute for, having to pay for, halls and TAs and stuff like that. So,
right.
it probably wouldn't be as bad as you think, especially if you know the practical knowledge that you're getting now. You're probably I mean I don't know, I'm just gonna pull a number out of my ass. You're probably in your what would be your second year of programming language knowledge.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's the main reason why I dropped out in the first, quote unquote dropped out. I just stopped fucking taking classes and never registered again. But like that's the reason I dropped out first, because it was like you have to show up every day, and like I want to go to PAX. Oh well, you have school that weekend. Oh, come on, just let me take the test. Like it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we stand now. And I'm probably gonna take online courses and have to drive for some of it because not everything is available online.
But driving for you is rough because you don't want to go to the 7-Eleven or to the store that's like a block away.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go to a course of some kind, a lecture.
25 minutes away. Yeah,
25. Oh my God, 25 minutes.
I love driving and I love cars, but I'm just like lazy. Mm-hmm. And I also don't have my own car right now. Like, I can borrow a car, but if I do plan to go back to school, I'm buying a car. I'm getting a Mustang again. Total that one.
Well, you got that Minecraft money, so you can...
I'm looking last night. It's cheaper to buy a 2000 year Mustang than it is a 66 one.
Well, yeah, but that's a classic car.
Yeah.
It's gone back on the... it's come back around on the value spectrum.
Yeah.
Eventually, although I don't think Honda Civics are ever gonna. I don't think they ever, turn back around and start creeping back up in value.
I wish Craigslist was more specific. Like what people do is they'll just put like every car entry in their description. So if I search like 2002 Mustang, it'll grab like I saw so many fucking Honda Civics in my search, and I was so mad. I'm like, I hate that car. I really don't like that car. I know so many people in high school who had those Rice Racers, and I hate them so much. Everyone gets a Honda Civic.
But bro, if you get the green neon lights under it, it's just like in the movie, bro. Come on.
I found an article. It was like a 67 Mustang. It's like it's built for racing or what. I'm like, oh, it's probably got like one hell of an engine under there. And I pulled the picture up. It had like purple and red flames on the side. It had a fucking roll cage in it. And I'm like, well, that's not even an option because I'm not going to rip out a roll cage and then put a back seat back in it. The reason I want it is I would like to have 4 people in it if that should ever come. I know it's a 2-door. That doesn't mean take the whole back out and put a fucking roll cage in it.
Maybe one of those assholes like, oh, I got a coupe, but fuck it, we're putting 4 people in there. It's not fun to be the 4th person.
No, but I don't have that many people ever. I think I had a Mustang and I think I filled it up with 4 people maybe 10 times through fucking 4 years of driving with it. That's not right. 3 years or something like that. I never used it. If you were one of the people in the back, it's probably because it didn't like you more than the hot chick in the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. You sit in the back.
Or the hot dude. We don't judge here.
I don't judge. That guy subbed and said, I like man butts. And to an extent, yes. I don't discriminate.
You should get a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Be like Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Mitsubishi Eclipse.
In the movie, that's what he was driving.
Oh, was he?
For the first
one.
They're
super expensive. If anything goes fucking wrong on them, though. Those Mitsubishis. Like, my friend has one, and he tricks it out and stuff like that. I just want a reliable 5-speed go. And yeah. Ow!
What the fuck did you just do?
Slam my hand on the edge of the desk. Fuck. Yes, I want a 5-speed manual, not an automatic. Ow.
Well, yeah, of course, manual. Automatic is...
Yeah. I get sad when I looked at the classic ones, and it's like, it's a 66 Mustang. Automatic. Oh, fuck. There's a reason this is on Craigslist. Nobody wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants it.
So...
Speaking of cars, what's wrong with yours? What broke?
See, perfect. That's what you need in the audition, is to be able to come up with on-the-fly great segues like that. Well, it turns out I had squeaky steering, which I was originally like, oh, well, power steering fluid. I hadn't checked fluid levels in a while. It was a little low. Put some power steering fluid in, and it's still squeaking. Shit. And... as I did more and more research, and I took it to Twitter, and a lot of people that know much more about cars than I do. You know, it could be a ball joint or the tie rod ends, or some guy was like, it could be your suspension. And I'm like, fuck you, don't even say that to me. Don't you dare. How dare you even posit that kind of expensive shit? So I took it in, and I was really dreading it, because the last time, and I said that, I say this in a video that's going to be recorded and uploaded, or that is recorded, it's going to be rendered and uploaded to my channel. The last time I went to get my car serviced, I took it to a dealer, and for new brakes on the front end, they wanted $1,000. Now, it needed rotors. It wasn't just pads, but it needed brand new rotors, but they wanted a fucking G-note. And I was like,
dealer.
No. But I was. It turned out it was $600. Ball joint was bad, and one of the tie rod ends was torn, and there, you know, it might get some little crud and shit in it, and then that would go bad eventually. So got it all done, $600. So I was like, all right. So my baby's back now, and there's no squeaking in the steering. And it was funny too, because I got back in the car, like when I picked it up, and I go to turn. And I'm like, shit, what's wrong with my car? Where's the squeak? Oh.
So it was just squeaking? It wasn't, like, more difficult to turn or anything?
Was
it a loud squeak?
It was a very loud squeak.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It was, like you're driving around in a parking lot and people look at you like, what the fuck is that going on? Yeah, it was a very loud squeak. It was a little bit resistive, not much. Like, I could kind of feel like there was a little creak, I don't even know how to describe it, but just a little bit of resistance in the wheel from what is normal. But it wasn't that bad. But you know, whatever. It's fixed now, and it drives.
And that's
drives
life.
nice again.
Subscribe.
Yeah. That's life. Subscribe. So I got to pay for that, and I need a new camera, because all things that were going on top of that, getting my car and preparing to be anally butt touched by this mechanic. I was like, oh, well, it's nice out, Katie and I. I asked Katie, I'm like, hey, can you help me record stuff for my cigar vlogs? And we did, and I used my Samsung instead of this shitty ass Sony Blog. I don't even know where it is anymore. I hate that. I've like disowned that piece of electronics.
It's bad.
It's bad. And so because this does 1080p and it's 13 megapixels, so it looks fucking awesome. And I recorded stuff. Well, after we get all the recording done, and it sounds nice, I got a lavalier microphone ordered from Amazon. It's awesome. Like the whole setup.
How do you record that now?
I just brought my laptop.
Oh, okay.
And I just said screw it. And it, you know, I got a shitty.
What does it plug into? A USB?
No, it's just an 1/8 inch jack.
Oh, okay.
It's not a condenser lavalier. It's not like a. I didn't want to spend that much money. You know, if it actually becomes a thing, if vlogs become a thing, and given how this video is done, if that continues, then they probably will. I'll spend the money then on like a serious clip mic. But so anyway, we got all the recording done, really great stuff, and then I drop it into Adobe Premiere because I wanted to get one video done, the video that just went live today in a rut. Which Chiz still hasn't watched, even though
I'm in the fucking Mojang.
But the video's doing really well, by the way. Thank you to everybody that's been showing love on it. Thank you all very much.
Share it on the PK.
Greatly share it on the PK subreddit. Go there, upvote that bitch. Just one though. You don't need to spam that. Spam your audition videos, but go upvote the shit out of the one that's like, hey, how are we talking about Lefty instead of Survival? But I'm just kidding. You talk about whatever you want. People are really jazzed about it. That's cool. So anyway, I drop it into Adobe Premiere, and I've got a separate audio track for the lavalier microphone, and like I'm getting ready to render, and I just want to make sure that I fade it out properly. I think, and so I hit play to watch it fade, and like there's like 10 seconds worth of desync, video and audio, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I did a clap beforehand to sync it up, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just remove that in post because I've got, you know, my audio is coming, it's on a separate recorded line, and I'm like, there's 10 seconds worth of desync or more. I'm like, shit. I checked the other because there were a few different video files. I checked them all. They all desync. I'm like, fuck. No,
Was it just like a standard, like, all right, it's ahead or behind by 10 seconds, or does it keep going throughout the video at different rates?
It was a gradual desync because it started off for the first file was 12 minutes long. It was fine for the first 8 or so minutes, and then the desync kind of got noticeable, and then by 10 minutes, it was very clearly off, and then by the end, 10 or more seconds worth of desync. It was crazy. Or no, not 10, probably 5. And so I was freaking out because it's like, all right, so that's not just an unlink and then just sync it up better and make it work. This is a slow desync. It's got to be some kind of codec issue or something. And it turns out that most phones, not like actual cameras, most phones, even though they say 13 megapixel, 1080p, the iPhone 5, 4, all of them do this. They say up to 30 frames per second. Now, in the camera world, nobody really thinks twice about that. You think it's either 30 or 60. You say 30, all right, fine. But they say up to, and they mean it because these things, to adjust for lighting properly, and I don't know why, maybe they just don't have the horsepower that a regular DSLR or camcorder would. They adjust the frame rate to account for lighting issues and things like that. And so they actually mean up to 30 frames per second. So it could be 29.97 or it could be 25, 24, 23, and anywhere in the between for the entirety of your recording. And it just changes gears while you're recording, and that could really fuck up if you're trying to sync stuff. Or even edit. Even the native audio got desynced on this. So I was freaking out. And I just decided, you know what? Even though I spent the $30 to get the 16 gig SD card for this thing, which is really cool, by the way, kids. If you go to Best Buy and you're like, holy shit, that's overpriced, it's cheaper on Amazon, tell one of them. Tell a guy. They'll price match it. So if you're immediate gratification and you don't want to wait 2 days for shipping, man, fuck that. Go to Best Buy, be like, hey, I can find it cheaper on Amazon.
And you're supporting local business.
Yeah, but support brick and mortar. It's not going to be there forever, so get it while you can. But it does have to be shipped or sold and shipped by Amazon.com. It can't be like from a third-party vendor that's shipped by Amazon. It's got to be sold by Amazon.com.
That'd be one hell of a scam if it could. Because I could, anybody could set up a merchant account and be like, I'm selling an iPhone for $2.
Now, oh, man,
Match it.
This 60-inch 4K resolution TV is only $200, man. Fucking sale of the year up in here. So, anyway, I decided, well, fuck it, I should just buy a DSLR camera. And then I was like, wait a minute, I just spent $600 to fix my fucking car. And so it's weird how, you get a little bit of money in your pocket, and then all of a sudden, you got a lot more shit to spend. Like, oh, man, now I got a little money. Well, I want this, I want that, and fuck, I don't have enough money anymore. So like and favorite, subscribe, $4.99, donate, help out the stream, because I would like to get a DSLR. If the cigar vlogs and just vlogs in general become a thing, because that, a 24 megapixel 1080p 1080p 60 frames per second camera would be fucking amazing.
What DSLR are you looking at?
I was looking at the D5200.
Oh, by Nikon.
Yeah, by right now. I know everybody says the Canon and the T3 doesn't do 1080 very well.
T3i?
Yeah. The T4i does, but that's a little bit a little bit too pricey for me.
More expensive.
So it's either I try having more money, which, by the way, for everybody in the comments in the chat, trust me, I've been trying. Okay, not working. So the 5200, maybe the 5300 again, if a lot of people subscribe.
I think that's the one I was gonna get, because
and favorite the vlogs too. Make sure
like and favorite. Man needs money.
Watch all the advertising breaks.
My dad is a photographer, and he's always been a Nikon guy, so he has lenses for days. And I think I was looking at the 5200 or maybe a 7001, something like that could shoot video and pictures. Because I need the video part.
Yeah, I'd really like the video part, because I even this thing, when compared to vlogs shot with my C920. Holy shit. Yeah, they're both 1080p, but oh no, there's a big ass difference. Like this thing and the vlogs that I'm going to upload that are recorded with this are going to be knocked down in bitrate, because I have to use, I found a fix for the problem, everybody freaking out. I found a fix for the problem I run it through a media converter that I paid for a long ass time ago, back when I had to convert XSplit local recordings from .flv.
.flv.
Motherfucking XSplit.
Flash.
God damn, like really?
Flash.
No. So I bought a media encoder that was heralded as one of the good ones, and so I washed it through that, and it works now, and everything syncs, so the footage is okay. It's just it takes forever. Toby just subscribed. Toabby just subscribed. Welcome to the Dog Pound, my friend. We got fun and games. Woo! Thank you for subscribing. It takes forever. It's like an hour and a half for like a 20-minute segment to convert it, and then the maximum bit rate was 6,000 kilobits per second.
That's not 1080p.
Yeah, not technically, but this records it like 16,000 kilobits per second, and then I'm assuming a 24 megapixel DSLR would be probably in the 30s or something like that. So it would look insane. So I'm looking for a DSLR. Anybody, if you've got DSLR advice, hit me up on reddit.com/r/PKA.
It's where it all goes there. That's not why you call them big letters.
Yeah, DSLR talk for days. So I'm looking at again, 5200. I think for like $600, I can get a decent lens with it. You know, I'm not gonna. I mean, again, if it's a thing, then I'll save up and get a better lens. But yeah. So subscribe, $4.99. Donate, help out, like and favorite all the videos, all that stuff. Favoriting, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore on YouTube. I think they kind of did away with that. But yeah, I want to do DSLRs now on top of getting a second PC with a Titan Z in it. So.
Man can dream.
Man can dream. Mother of, if I had money, holy shit, you can't give me money, okay? I've learned
you can't give this man enough money.
You can't give me enough money because I'll find fucking ways to spend it. I'll find things to spend it on. I'll get fucking tablets. Oh, and of course, while we were at Best Buy, I'm just going to mosey on over and look at the tablets.
Did you buy a tablet?
No, I didn't. No, because I'd spent fucking $600 to fix my goddamn car, man. I honestly don't have that kind of money. Like, I could still probably go and buy a DSLR. Like, I could go tomorrow to Best Buy, or Sam's Club sells DSLRs that are really nice. I could go there now and buy a nice DSLR. I could. It would be stupid, but I could. But I don't want to. But there was Samsung's got a 12.2-inch tablet that just came out.
Really, a 12.2-inch tablet?
Yeah.
Samsung.
Yeah. It's on the. I figured out what you were talking about, Chiz, when you're talking about Android tablets. They do weird things in naming the operating systems. One is Ice Cream Sandwich, and the other is Jelly Bean. Like they're all named after.
Jelly Bean is stock. Yeah,
Jelly Bean is what. Like Google Nexus and those other Android tablets and devices run. Ice Cream Sandwich is what Samsung. I don't know if it's proprietary or Samsung is Ice Cream Sandwich. And I like Ice Cream Sandwich. I'm fine with it.
Bones.
It's good, dude. I held it in my hands.
Use your hands. How big is that?
It's about this big. It's a little. If your local store doesn't have it, if you go to a Best Buy, it's bigger than the 10.1, but not that much bigger. It's a lot more screen and less
that 10.1. Well, no,
the 10.1 is good too.
Katie got a Tab, not a Note, right?
Yeah, she got the Tab 3.
Yeah, which I don't know how much that one cost. The Note one, I think, was the most expensive tablet at the time. It was like $500, I think, for the 10.1 Note, and this is a Note 12.2 at $800. Here's a question: did you guys get the Wi-Fi one or the 3G one?
Wi-Fi. I got a Wi-Fi.
Okay, so I've always wondered that. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, would I get if it was super easy to add like just add another device to my phone plan or whatever, give me the same data plan, I bet I would probably go 3G, but I think I would go Wi-Fi.
Well, I mean, I guess it's smart to if you have your, in a perfect world, you just get the data one, which still does Wi-Fi, but you just don't put a data plan on it.
Right.
And then it's just that.
Charge me when I use it.
I don't know if But those things you have to get a plan with, or you have to buy outright, and they're incredibly fucking expensive, I think.
Right.
So it's like buying a phone, just prepaid. I don't know, but I would probably look into for me personally, I would do that, and then just be like, well, if I can put data on it, okay, but if not, I'll just use Wi-Fi. If all the features and stuff are the same, why not?
Right. I would just like that. If I could have the 3G one and you just charge me when I choose to do 3G, as long as it's not at an outrageous price, since I'm not with a data plan, I'd probably go that way. It sucks that you have to pick between the two. Like my iPhone, I'm required. You're required to have a data plan if you get a phone, right? Like I couldn't have my iPhone with just Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you could.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You can buy it. You can just buy it outright.
If you buy it outright, yeah, like for fucking $1,300 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, but I don't think you can, if you go and whatever the list price is, it's like, oh, get this phone for $100. Yeah, you gotta have a deal.
I've never bought an iPhone at those whatever they advertise when they do their conferences. Like it's $199, $299. It's like, wow, that's not that bad. It's like, well, I have a contract, so I have to buy out of that, or I have to break that, which I can't, or I have to buy it outright for like $550.
Yeah.
Stop with the plans. Just
fuck you!
Pay monthly. Pay monthly. It's not that hard. T-Mobile, spread it around.
I think that's what T-Mobile does. You can
spread it around to the other fucking telecom companies.
Yeah, T-Mobile's killing it, man. Taking over the world just by fuck it. I'm assuming that T-Mobile hasn't discovered some super secret way to conceive a data network. They're just like, fuck it, yeah, we'll take less money. Just, unlimited, yeah, sure, whatever, go ahead. It's going to cost us more. We're not going to make as much money on somebody paying for an unlimited plan as other people, but fuck it, man, whatever. Whereas AT&T, all of a sudden, they were like, wait a minute, we originally gave people actually unlimited data plans, but holy shit, it's expensive to create those data networks, and we could probably charge them for it and more, and they'd pay it. Oh shit, let's do it. And T-Mobile's just like, no, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. But the scary thing is Sprint is looking to buy T-Mobile.
That's weird. That just kind of cannibalism in industries like that.
Sprint's horrible.
Is Sprint horrible? Like really
they were
bad?
Supposed to be the best, like when it came to data. Like I think they still might be, like for their 4G or whatever. They're supposed to be like the best network out there. But as far as phone service, I think not. I feel like a lot of businesses go with Sprint because of their data.
I remember Sprint was the big one, or it was Nextel, then it was Sprint Nextel, right? With when the little walkie-talkie things.
That was so fucking big, the walkie-talkie thing. Now it's just a dead thing. No one cares. Nobody even uses the phone feature anymore, let alone fucking walkie-talkie. Text. Get rid of your Blackberries. You're dead.
Blackberry. Oh, Blackberries were so cool.
I don't think I ever had. I had a Blackjack, which wasn't a Blackberry. It was a Samsung phone. It was full keyboard.
Nice.
I like that.
What I find funny is that because I've got a Samsung, the S4, and I tried it out the other night when I was smoking a cigar and I was tweeting, and I was just like, I want to try the voice to text thing, and it works. Like, holy shit! Oh, cool. And so I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. So I could text somebody by using voice to text, and I'm sure people do that.
Instead of just calling them.
Call them on the fucking phone. If you're gonna use, why does this exist? If you're gonna use voice to text, just call them on the motherfucking phone.
Yep.
What, come on, what are we doing?
The irony
here?
Right there. It's hilarious.
What
I'm using my voice to communicate via text when I could skip the middleman in that process and dial a fucking number. But if you're dialing me, I won't answer. I don't. Yeah. Even if it's especially if it's my area code, for whatever reason, I'm like, I don't want to answer that. I don't know who you are. If you're not in my contacts, I'm not answering your call. And I don't have voicemail. I literally don't have voicemail.
You don't have voicemail set up?
Something when I bought my 3GS, fucking 6 years ago, 5 years ago, if I wanted that phone, I couldn't have voicemail. It was like an extra $40 a month or something retarded. So I just don't have voicemail. Not that it's not set up. I don't have voicemail. You will hear my number at the end, and goodbye. This person's not there. You cannot leave a message if you begged and tried, which is awesome because I never used voicemail when I had it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a day and age of texting. Leave me a message via text, all right? Unless you're on a landline, in which case you're probably a telemarketer or something, in which case, fuck you anyway. Text to LAN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is that not a thing?
I don't know.
LAN texting.
Nice.
I used to be so good when we had the numpad.
And when that was the texting? Yeah.
Man, I was so fast, and I slowed down when they got a full keyboard, and I'm like, boom, I'm back on it. Kids these days, I don't know how good they got it.
No, they don't remember having to remember like JKL.
Do you remember? Yeah, JKL, man. And sometimes, depending on the phone, you have to like double hit that number if you want to space. Like there is no guide to tell you how to space on that 9 thing.
Yeah, sometimes 0 was space, other times not. It was messed up, man. It was a crazy world when you had to. And then, but there was they had sometimes the thing would get smart, so you could just hit A if you said. I don't know if you said asshole a lot. Eventually, you could just press what I think it was 2 was A, right? 1 didn't have anything on it.
Yep.
You could just press 2, and then it would show up asshole, and then you just click right if you had a navigation thing, and then it would type all of asshole.
There's asshole.
That was the heyday of texting.
Back in the day of texting when it first spawned. We're ground zero texters right here. There was no one before us.
Yeah, there was actual clicking involved in texting somebody, like actual click, 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 because you were pressing the plastic buttons. So
26 letters, 9 numbers. And yes, 1 had nothing on it because 1 goes to voicemail.
So
I never. There was. Another thing that's not a thing anymore. Well, I guess it is if you have like a favorites list. Speed dialing, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, speed dial. Speed dial.
Yeah, fuck speed dial. I've got a contact list.
Or whatever. Yeah, I got a contact list. I hit a button and I'm calling that person. You had 9 numbers. Those were your speed dials there. I think I had 1 at the time, and I never used it. I just went to my book and went call that person, or I memorized the number. Which that's the thing. I don't know anyone's number except my own nowadays.
Oh yeah, right.
Because I've had the same phone number since forever.
Yeah, memorizing other people's numbers. It's weird when you think about it. Like if I lost that, I wouldn't know anybody.
That's the thing. Like I'm always scared. I don't do anything. But if I went to jail, like if I went to jail, I'm like, here's your 1 phone call. I'm not gonna call my own cell phone. It's with that guy. Who am I gonna call? I literally have no idea who to call. Can I borrow my cell phone, officer, or go down the contact book, go to that one right there, please, and read off the numbers? Like, I'm fucked. I don't know. In this day and age, there's no reason to remember a phone number unless you're a criminal. That's how you get them. Do you have your landline memorized? You're a criminal.
You're a criminal. You're guilty.
Preparing for 1 phone call.
That's the new way we should be judging people. Do you remember any landline phone numbers? Yes, criminal.
Criminal, guilty. Why would you remember that? Remembering for your phone call? It's a thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were prepared for this. You knew you'd do something that would put you in jail. You'd have to remember a landline to call people.
You're going to hell. I want to get a clamshell phone again just to snap it. Like I've been watching so many shows recently, and for whatever reason, unless it's a current thing, they still use the fucking clamshell phones. And like, and it's always a crime show or whatever. So it's like, yep, call it burner phone, and then they snap the phone or whatever.
Oh, I've been watching Entourage, and Entourage started in 2004, I think. And so for pretty much all of Entourage's run, there wasn't an iPhone.
Yeah,
I think maybe starting in seasons 5 or 6, iPhones came into heavy usage. But for everything previous, they're all clamshell phones. It's just like God damn, and Blackberries, of course.
Yep, and they're pretty damn satisfying to hang up.
Right, where you're just like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Except I had a phone once that it wouldn't hang up on people when you closed it.
Wow.
So I tried that a few times. I was like, oops.
I had a lot of Motorola's back in the day.
Motorola's a huge.
They killed it back then. I mean, they're still successful. I think they got bought, maybe. I'm talking about my ass. But
they make routers now. They're big in...
well, they're
no, not routers, modems.
Modems, yeah.
Yeah, they're big into the modem game. A lot of people, if you're looking for modems, apparently Motorola is the...
Surfboard.
but for some reason they don't make routers. Like, yeah, we're good analog to digital, but digital to digital, fuck it, we don't know. We have no idea.
Which, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just a whole industry for that because Aries is another big popular. I think they company up with Comcast a lot, but Aries does a lot of modems, but they don't make routers. People that make routers are people that are in like the PC front market, like Asus makes routers.
I like Asus routers too.
Linksys
That's another thing I gotta fucking buy is a hardcore balls to the wall Asus router. God damn it!
Now, would you get an Asus router or a Cisco router?
Asus, baby. I love Asus
Really?
as a company. They look cool, and I've read good things about Wi-Fi and
AC.
What?
Wi-Fi AC. You don't know that? The new Spectrum? I don't know. It's been out for a couple months.
No.
AC is faster than N. Because N was the big deal. AC is way faster now.
Oh, really? Okay, so you can probably fine. So that has nothing to do with your internet hookup. It's just the way, or can things communicate? What devices communicate AC?
Well, you would need an AC card, network card, wireless network card. Like, it was like when N came out. You have to have things that work with N. So I think maybe the Xbox One can. I'm sure your phone can with the fucking software upgrade. I don't know, but I mean, if you're getting it for your PC or whatever. Actually, what are you getting it for? Probably tablet, right?
Yeah, just tablet, smart TV.
You don't run
like
wireless.
No. So that's all. Because my PC is hardlined. So
right, you just
I'm not streaming through wireless.
Fastest way to go.
Yeah. So let's wrap up the show there. We've been going an hour and 48 minutes or so, plus a pre-show. It's a lot of good content, ad free, of course. If you guys want to subscribe, $4.99. Help out the show. I got a lot of electronics to buy and hosting to pay for, so you can subscribe, $4.99, and donate if you please, and help out the stream that way. It's a great way to help out, show your support, and keep us ad free. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that subscribed, everybody that donated. Again, you guys are awesome. All of you are awesome. Everybody that's watching on Twitch TV, be sure to hit that follow button. You'll be notified every time I start live streaming. Follow me on Twitter at Lefty643, at Dr. Chiz on the Twitters. That's where he is. You can go follow him, and maybe we'll see expanding the cast in the coming weeks.
Go to the PKA subreddit.
Reddit.com/r/PKA. Get your audition tapes submitted there. Brand new threads needed for everything. So that would be a great way to get yourself seen. Reddit.com/r/PKA. Thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed. We are out. Peace.
Wah!
Bah!